Tonight is the next installment of the quarantine bartender. So tonight's special thing, I am not dressed up at all. I'm in my quarantine wear, so I'm not doing anything too special tonight, other than making my favorite drink, which is the Gin Martini. So quickly before I start into that, I'm going to talk about some gins here. You have a range of different gins. You have your cheaper, well, quote unquote cheaper stuff, the Bombay. I typically use this for mixers. Then you have the nicer stuff. One of my favorites is the Botanist. Super nice and super clean. It has like no aftertaste. It almost tastes like water. It can be very dangerous. You have Nolet's, which is actually really my favorite. This has like a more of a citrusy taste, and that's going to be the one I'm going to be using tonight. And you also have higher end ones like Monkey 47 here, which is a very dry, very aromatic gin. So it's really nice to, if you like a really strong gin. I don't like it in a martini. I typically like to use this in something else. So that's step number one. Step number two is vermouth or not vermouth. I do have some here. I only typically try to use Dolan if I am going to go with a vermouth. It kind of takes the edge off the gin a little bit. I prefer the dry Dolan's gin here, or vermouth. If you like something a little bit sweeter, Dolan also has a Blanc. It makes it a little bit more sweeter. And how much do you use? Well, if you look at the label, the one thing I found out looking at labels on things you add into drinks, they always have weird ratios on here. Like, not this one, but I think the Martini and Rossi says 50-50 ratio to gin or to vodka, which is crazy, outrageous. You don't want to put that much vermouth in there. This is really just to take the edge off. I will sometimes do a capful if I feel like it. Some people just recommend a rinse in the glass, or you rinse it in the ice. A lot of different ways, but tonight I'm not going to do any vermouth. I'm just going to do a straight up cocktail because, you know, hey, this is what week 8 of our quarantine, so screw it. All right, so super simple. It's like one of the easiest drinks to make. All you really need is two things. You need a gin or a vodka if you're a vodka person. I'm not going to judge you. But gin has a little bit more flavor. Vodka is just pretty much just straight alcohol that doesn't have much flavor to it. And then ice. You want a lot of ice in your drink, or in your. I'm going to stir it in a beaker here. I'm not going to shake it. This is my first drink I'm making. I'm not shaking because I'm not putting any juices in there. So I'm going to keep it pretty simple. And I love Nolet's. This cap on here weighs like a pound. It's awesome. All right, again, I'm going to be using my coupe glass, which is 5 ounces. So I'm not going to go quite 5 ounces. I'm going to do about 4 ounces because some of the ice is going to melt here. So I'm going to do 2 2-ounce pours in here. There we go. And now the important part, stir it. You want to stir it vigorously for a while here. When it gets super cold. Alright. Typically I would stir it a little bit longer, but I don't want to bore everyone. I'm going to get rid of my chilled glass here. Just pour the ice out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and strain this out into my glass here. And the final important part, because again, Nolet's has a, no, oh, yeah. Next important part is, no, I didn't do any vermouth in this. Okay. So, next important part is the garnish on here. And again, with Nolet's, it's a very citrusy taste. I'd like to go with lemon on there. So I'm going to go ahead and give a nice little lemon peel. Hopefully try not to cut my finger off. And I like to give it a little twist on top of it, just to get some of those oils out. Get that in there. Throw that in there. And if you're an olive person, go ahead and throw some olives in there. If you want to make it a little dirty, make it a little dirty. And have a drink. And enjoy your Friday night.